What's up, Phaser Network? My name is Michael, and I'm back with more Team Fortress tips. And today I'm playing my absolute favorite class, being the Spy, and we're defending on a payload, which is actually my favorite thing to do. I love coming up here, disguising, cloaking, and just running back and hiding in my little corner here. Yes, I'm going to be a bit of a camper as a Spy, but I have a reason. Spies are incredibly weak. We have low health, we have very, very poor guns, and the only thing we really got going for us is the fact that we are the only people with a one-hit kill from behind. The sniper has a one-shot kill with a fully charged headshot, but those are sometimes hard to get, as you'll see in my sniper video whenever I make that. But right now, you're just going to see how I like to play the Spy, which is very defensively. Right now, I'm using, I think it's called the Big Earner for the knife. It doesn't do anything good for me. And I'm using the Cloak and Dagger as opposed to the Invis Watch or the Dead Ringer. I use the Cloak and Dagger just because of the fact that you can indefinitely cloak while you are standing still, which allows me to strategically move and wait for my time to attack. I don't really like using the Dead Ringer because you feign death, and it's actually a very, very short cloak time. And as you see, I like to defend the cart. I like to go out there, I like to cloak, and I like to run by, and I find that that's probably the hardest part of being a Spy, is actually knowing when to cloak, when not to cloak, and when to run out. I think the hardest part here is because you actually have to know when there's no one behind you, and we can just go out and stab them in the back without being shot in the back, which is probably one of the worst ways you can die as a Spy. That, or of course pyros, because everybody hates pyros. As you can see right here, I'm just coming out whenever I can to stab them, make sure they stay off the cart. I see a Spy, I should have called it out, but I didn't. And you'll see that I'm actually just trying to stay here, and I've already gotten, what is this? This is the third or the fourth person right now. I keep them off the cart, and I died there because that guy unfortunately saw me cloak again. Now then, this is where it actually starts to get hard as a Spy. At setup, you can easily get behind them, you can wait for them to come out, and you can just stay behind your enemy. But after you die for the first time, that's when it gets hard. You have to find your way around your enemy, which means that you have to know your map, and you kind of have to know your enemy, where they're coming from, where they're going to move to, and all that different stuff. Now then here, I don't know why I went as an engineer, but I personally find that I prefer to cloak as one of the last three classes, either a sniper, a Spy, or a medic. Those are the three classes that I think are the least conspicuous for a Spy to be, actually. I mean, think about it. A sniper is always in the back, just standing there waiting for the perfect headshot. A medic is always behind the front line, healing them. And a Spy can be anybody. You can even cloak as your own team. So that's why I find those are the most effective for when you're being a Spy. Now then, sometimes, yes, I do like to be a heavy or a soldier because you can easily disguise yourself as one of those and push the cart. Now in here, I tried to go back and pretend that I was dying, even though I kind of was, but wasn't, and it didn't work because this guy saw through my disguise. That's one thing I don't recommend. I don't recommend trying to go and find a medic because you're hurt. I find that that works very few. It doesn't work very often when you try and pretend that you're hurt so that a medic will heal you. That picture freaks me out, so I have to stab it. Anyways, right here, I'm pretty sure this is the moment, yeah it is, where the enemy is reaching one of the choke points. On this particular map, the first two dots you see on the bottom of the screen after the home, those are choke points. And those are some of the hardest points to get through and some of the hardest points to get around. So that's why you really have to know your map. So you have to know your alternate routes to get behind your enemy. And right here, you'll see that my watch is going low. Nobody's really on the cart. Well, there's a few people, and that's why I had to come in and make my move, even though there's a sniper behind me. And I get 3 people off the cart, and I defend the point. Pretty much, nobody else was able to kill them. I came in. None of the snipers shot me. They probably didn't even notice. And right here, this is why I like the Cloak and Dagger. You can see that I have 2 enemies here. One of them obviously saw me, the Demo Man did. And maybe even the Pyro, I'm not sure, but I was able to actually hold out on Cloak just long enough to come here, sit down, and hide from everybody. And you'll see here, I'm uncloaking. That's because I'm coming through an area that at this time doesn't have too much traffic. It has traffic now, but it didn't before. And I'm just going to take out this soldier because he's obviously going to go up there and try and kill my team from above. So right here I'm going to uncloak because not many people come through this particular corridor, which is why it's a good way to go around. And again, because not many people go through there, it's also a good way to get behind your enemy. Like right here, we have a heavy, a devilman, and a pyro. The pyro's not moving, so I'm thinking, well, what's going on? But there's a sniper right above me. So that's why I'm not making my move just yet. I was going to go after them, but then all of a sudden a scout comes out of nowhere, and if I uncloak and run out while everybody's shooting at the scout, well, even if I'm cloaked, I'm going to get hit by splash damage, and that's not very good. Right here, again, I see one guy going for the cart. Well, you got to take him out. And right here I got lucky. I don't know how none of them saw me. I was late on the cloak there. And I'm also making one huge mistake here. It's that I'm continuously cloaking as the same person. And this right here just upset me. This guy's disguised as me, and even though I know the engineer saw me, oh, I had to take him out. I had to. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Anyways, you'll see that that guy also made a mistake. If you miss your first stab with the spy, you're done. You're dead. If you do not get that first shot in the back, you are dead. If you get that one shot and people see you, you are dead. It's sorry to say, it's hard to say, but if you can only get one person, well, at least you got one person. But chances are, if there's a bunch of them and somebody's behind you, they're gonna see you, and they're gonna shoot you right away, and you probably won't be able to cloak long enough to run away. Now then here, this is another thing. Because everybody's pushing up on that second point, they've all spawned. I decided to run around here and try and get them from the other side, but this guy actually saw me. That's another good thing to do, is if you can actually run all the way back to their spawn and flank them from behind, it's perfect actually, because it makes it look as if you just came through. If you just spawned, it makes it look like you just spawned. That's what I'm trying to say. Which gives you a reason to be behind them. Now then, as long as they're not being paranoid, well then, hopefully they won't shoot you. If there's a pyro, stay as far away from that pyro as you can, because they will often just shoot flames everywhere. Now then, this right here is another good spot that I like. There's not much traffic going on through here, nobody's really walking by. So I'm coming here and I see this soldier who's obviously wanting to get to the cart. But my plan is to not let him, and unfortunately it doesn't go so well for me. Now I would go after that first soldier, but I see that he actually ended up dying. Excuse me, sorry, I had to swallow there. And here, this is one of the things, you don't want to get too close to your enemy before you uncloak, because then you see that you have the cooldown time from the uncloak, which then makes it so you can't attack. If that happens and they see you and you're that close to them, they're probably gonna freak out and shoot you in the face. That is one of my big mistakes that I still make. I still mess up the timing. And right now, unfortunately, you're going to see me do a lot of dumb things that are going to get me killed a lot. But I left them in because this is a tips video on how to be a better spy. And you'll see that I do some really good things, actually. I stay cloaked, I get behind my enemies. Right here, I use my cloak to stay behind them. I see that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I go behind them. Right here, I make a mistake. I run into an enemy. And when you run into an enemy, you uncloak. The pyro can see you, and well, they fire everywhere until they find you. And it's no time before you're dead, because again, spies have some of the lowest health in this game. Next to things like the sniper also has low health, and that's about it. The sniper and the spy have the lowest health, I do believe. So that's why fire is really bad, and I hate pyros, and everybody should hate pyros. They're my least favorite class to play also. Right here I see there's only a few seconds left, so I'm trying to get more kills. It doesn't work out. The match ends, and you can see that I'm actually the MVP on my team. They didn't get anywhere, and I stopped them from getting to that second point, which made me very happy as a spy. Remember to like it. It'll be a good time. There'll be goodies if you like it. I promise. You'll get goodies. Please.